and they're also available on the social media in a very active way. So now, having given the background and the subsequent transfer, AGL remains as AGL. It has 6 properties. Out of the 6 properties, only 1 is freehold, 5 are leasehold properties. And according to an income tax assessment, it is about 432 crores and not 5,000 crores as it is claimed. And again, I am very clarifying it. Out of the 6 properties, 5 are leasehold, which are given to people who run journals and all, and 1 is a freehold property. Now, both AJL, when it was formed, the National Herald, it was a not-for-profit publication, and Young India, which is the company that has taken over AJL, is also a not-for-profit Section 8 company. So that means very clearly that the directors of that company cannot profit by it, nor can they draw any dividend out of it, nor can they have any control over any of the assets related to the company. Let us be very clear about it. The directors in no way will they profit by being a director on that company, because it's a not-for-profit company. Now, what has happened is, you have seen how the BJP government, Mr. Modi's government, with their political vendetta, how they have been using the enforcement directorate. Over a period of time, the ED has been used primarily to target political rivals. Out of the ED cases that have been foisted on people, 98% are on political people, political adversaries. And out of the convictions of the ED cases, only 1% has been the conviction. That means these are all which are cases up in the air just to prove a political point. It is the same situation with the National Herald case, where they are trying to say that a fraud has been committed. Again, we want to make it amply clear that there has been no transfer of money, there has been no transfer of asset. So how is the fraud committed? And converting debt into equity is part of the standard procedure today. We are seeing that wherever debt is there, which is to be written off, it can be converted into equity. Banks did that when Kingfisher had to be sold, and whatever debt they gave it. Similarly, it happened with Patanjali, one of the companies that Patanjali had taken over, and with Vodafone recently, where government has taken over a lot of the debt and given it as equity, converted it into equity. That's the standard practice that happens, especially with companies that are under the NCLT, which are going bankrupt. So in a similar manner, what Young India has done is to take over the debt of the AJL and convert it into equity and taken the load on itself. And none of the directors, I repeat, none of the directors have profited by one Maya Paisa also. Now how they are politicizing the matter is by saying that the value of the property is 5,000 crores. That's the notional value. Out of the 5,000 crores, like I said, only 1 property is freehold. The 5 are all leasehold. So it doesn't become the property of AJL. And like I said, the income tax department had assessed it at 432 crores, whereas these people are continuously using the figure of 5,000 crores. If you remember, when the UPA government was in power, the notional value of the auction spectrum was supposed to be 1,76,000 crores. This is the kind of publicity that the BJP indulges in creating a false narrative. And the auction of the spectrum hadn't taken place. It was the estimated value that was supposed to be accrued by Government of India if the spectrum would have been auctioned. And this was determined by the then Comptroller and Auditor General, Mr. Vinod Rai, who was again appointed by the UPA government. So we were transparent to that extent. But it made it look like that the UPA government had eaten up 1,76,000 crores. This is the false narrative that is going on. Similarly, today, they have created this narrative that the National Herald has properties worth 5,000 crores. And that's been taken over by Young India, in which Shri Rahul Gandhi and Mrs. Sonia Gandhi are the major stakeholders. This is the narrative that is being built. And what did they do before in 2023? They froze some of these properties. They froze some of these assets, as if to say that a big fraud has been committed. And this was to, again, politically target the Congress party, to weaken the Congress party. We have seen how the Enforcement Directorate is being used. And after freezing the assets, with 1 day left, they filed this case, charge sheet, and we don't know what the contents of the charge sheet are. These are the games that the BJP is playing. These are the games that the Modi government is playing with the political adversaries. So we are, as a Congress party, we want to put everything before the media and before the people through you. And again, the 90 crores that was given by the Congress party to AJL as a loan was done in a transparent manner. It was completely reflected in the books. It was not some underhand dealing. Similarly, the 50 lakhs that Young India paid for taking over AJL was again done in a very transparent manner. And very clearly again, none of the directors are benefited by any of these things. Even when a Section 8 company is eventually liquidated, if it has to be, none of it goes to any of the directors. So we just wanted to put all these facts before you. But again, the Indian National Congress stands committed towards protecting this newspaper which served the national cause during the freedom movement. It was a, very, very effective mouthpiece during the freedom movement, and it constitutes a part of our heritage during the freedom movement. And the Congress party is committed towards protecting this newspaper and going the whole hog towards ensuring that it runs effectively and serves the purpose for which it was created, that is to serve the national interest. Thank you.
So Young India is a trust, it is right?
It is a Section 8 company. That means it's a not-for-profit company.
But yesterday, here in Vidhan Sabha, Mr. Ashok is alleged that Gandhi family converted this trustees their family and the misuse of the same 2,500 crores.
See, again, I'm telling you, it was done in a very open manner. They were all office bearers in Young India. Mrs. Sonia Gandhi was the Congress president. Mr. Rahul Gandhi was the general secretary. Mr. Motilal Vora was the treasurer of the Congress party. Mr. Oscar Fernandez was the general secretary of the Congress party. So there's nothing clandestine. Everything was open. And very openly, the money of the Congress party was sent to protect AJL. And Young India has taken over. The whole idea is to make it a Section 8 company and run it for the purpose it was meant to be.
Any question? Some Anand? Devaraj?
Conviction rate, as you said, just 1%. Why do Congress worry?
No, it is not about the conviction. The point we are trying to make is...
Let the court take its own course of action.
Yes, of course. No, it's not about that. But we are just trying to say, the only point we are trying to say is how the Modi government is using the Enforcement Directorate to serve its political ends by targeting all the political adversaries. In a similar manner, they have done that with this.
It is limited only to the national issue. That we will address tomorrow, because our ex-mayors are there, ex-corporates are here. We will address tomorrow. Only it is limited to national issue. If you want anything, you can put questions direct to him. Palamraj is here to answer. Another issues we will take up tomorrow. Thank you, Ananda.
Thank you. Thank you.
It was formed, I think it was section 25 company. Now the law is section 8.
Section 8, okay.
Originally to section 5.
Section 25 is being changed to section 8. Okay. So 2010 it was to be, no?
Concern is, we want section B. Government ED gets it.
Yes, there's something wrong. Yes.
So,
Yeah.
they're not bothered about what happens in the court of law.
Right.
Each time I fall, I know I will rise again higher because I'm not attached to the outcome ever. Pushing myself out of my comfort zone, constantly in the search of where next.
Minister Jaishankar, thank you very much. Day 2 of your trip to the CEE. It's been quite a ride since February for not just the region, not just Europe, not just the West, but it is now trickling in terms of effect of what's happening between Russia and Ukraine into the rest of the world, the East, the global South. Paint us a little bit of a picture of India and how India has been impacted. You've come out of COVID. You've had issues on the border with China. You've come out of the Quad with many, many diverse and divergent opinions and an economy that is looking to make dramatic changes, but in very difficult and turbulent times. So if you can paint us a picture of where India is at right now, and then we will pick up the conversation from there.
Okay.